There's a new movie coming out Friday 27th. It's called Amber Alert. It was very interesting when I got a chance to watch it. I saw that. Thank you so much for joining us today. I have Carrie Balesa, Summer Balesa, and Joseph Restaino, producer. But Carrie, you're writer and director on this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, any help from Summer on this as far as how to write this and what the story should be about?
Well, we've been married almost 22 years, so she reads everything and is my biggest fan and my harshest critic. So
Got to make sure it's good.
she makes
Gotta.
sure it's good enough to go to the next point.
You know, what's interesting? I'm watching this film and the two stars in it, Hayden Panettiere, if I've saying her name right, and Tyler James Williams. Um, Hayden, I was rooting for the whole time. I'm sorry about that. Tyler, I was getting mad at Tyler. Well, I tell you, if I had been in the theater, I'd be kicking somebody's seat in front of me.
Well, we love that. You have two different perspectives, and I think a lot of people, gear towards one or the other. And we hope at the end of the show, everyone will get together and talk about who they would be or what they would do or who did what wrong or who did what right.
Speaking of which, let's talk about that, Joseph. In this film and watching this film, what is it? Because at the very end, you put down how many kids have disappeared, who it's named after, and as far as the Amber Alert, and I didn't know that. What do you want the audience to take away from this?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, when you make a film, it's a big journey getting a film together and putting it together and then being released. So, I mean, we try to make films that are meaningful. And this one, while it's an intense thriller and it's a cool ride, like you're as an audience member, you're going through this, intense journey. But, we're all parents. I have twins that are 9 years old, and I remember I took them to the playground one time and I lost one for 8 seconds and I turned completely white and was ready to get sick. And it was like, whoa, 8 seconds, right? So in this movie, we all get Amber Alerts on our phone. I think people are going to, read those differently, going forward. I think people, once people see this film and then, missing child alert or something like that, you're really gonna think, what is there something I can do? Or maybe you'll look around and take it more, that it's a real thing. I'm not saying seriously because I think we all take it seriously, but it's more like, wow, this could be anywhere, in any town, any city, and anywhere. Um,
Summer, how do you think women are going to handle Hayden's character?
Um, I I can only say from my experience, I also was rooting for her the whole time. I, whether you're a mom or not a mom, I think you have a child in any type of risk, you're gonna want someone to do something. And if you can, I think it just takes you on this ride and you'll be rooting for both of them. And some women might relate to Tyler's character too. And I think it takes him a little bit longer to come on board, and it takes different things to happen, and Hayden encouraging and pushing. So you might feel like one or the other, but it's such a fun ride either way.
Speaking of ride, Carrie,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't, I don't, I didn't, I was a little upset towards the end because I'm sitting and they're going through the house and I'm like, hurry, come on. But what was really scary was towards the very, very end to see how many had been through there. What was your thinking on that part?
Um, I just, these are, it's sad to say, but there's individuals like this in the world that do very, very, very bad things. It is a film but there's bad things that happen to kids. And like Joe said, we all have kids. Summer and I have 3 kids, and this is my worst nightmare. I'm not worried about Chucky or Jason or Freddy Krueger, like none of those guys. I'll take all of them, but like the unknown creepers that could be your next door neighbor or something, it's like those are the real psychopaths. So we wanted to ground everything and just try to give a little feeling at the end. And yeah.
And it raises the stakes of what can be accomplished by people who are just aware. And if you have a feeling in your gut that something isn't right and you follow through, you never know what you can what can happen when you stand up and protect kids especially. And you never know who you can get and how many people that you're stopping from them hurting in the future.
I've been speaking with Carrie Balesa, Summer Balesa, Joseph Restaino. Summer, before we get away, we're going to end this conversation. I wish you would do me a favor. I know Carrie's your husband, but if you could slap him on the shoulder for me, thank you. That's for Tyler, and that's for towards the end of the movie. I tell you, because Tyler frustrated, but you scared me at the end. You really did. That was a little frightening. So thank you, Summer. I appreciate it, and I'm sure my audience appreciates it.
We need that. Yeah, we couldn't have them be both the same. We needed that tension in the car. Is he right? Is he wrong? Like,
Who would you be more like?
yeah.
You're like Hayden?
I'd be like Hayden, except one little detail is, I don't know what I would have done in that one situation when everybody got out the car. That's a very interesting situation. I think I would have been a little bit more aggressive. So that's just me.
Yeah.
We'll see if you get that opportunity.
Carrie.
Hope you don't. See how your aggressiveness pulls off.
I want to thank all three of you for joining us on Morning Blend. Amber Alert actually opens on Friday, the 27th in select theaters and on demand. I'm going to suggest my viewing audience, they got to go see this. It's a very interesting film. Thank all of you for joining us on Morning Blend. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know about you, Carrie.